We're excited, we really are. This is a brilliant opportunity to jump in on James Dyson's latest creation. This is the Dyson Pure Cool. This is a air purifier with true HEPA technology, and it's also a cooling fan. Just as we're getting into the red hot summer, and the Farmer's Almanac says it's gonna be a real hot one, this is a two-in-one product that takes care of those two jobs. First of all, we know, certainly we've learned more over the years, but did you realize the air inside our homes is up to 5 times more polluted than the air outside? Let me say that again. You're in your house right now, right? The door's closed, the windows are closed. The air that we're breathing, the air that's all around us, is up to 5 times more polluted than the air outside. The way to help solve that is by bringing an air purifier into your home. Now, the other thing we know for sure is that it is getting warmer, it is getting hotter. This past week, we're certainly seeing things heat up, and things are set to continue, and that's when we get uncomfortable. We don't sleep well at night, we toss and we turn, we're irritable, we wake up on the wrong side of the bed. We need a fan. We need a nice fan in the bedroom, maybe one in the living room when we're sat watching our favorite TV shows. This is gonna deliver both those technologies. This is the iron. I have iron available. And I also have the classic original white that you see in all the commercials. It's powerful, it's effective, it's asthma and allergy certified. It's gonna help get rid of the stuff that is in the air, 99.97% of the pollutants. Things like allergens, you know, we'll talk a lot about that over the next few minutes. If you're at home and somebody in the family is struggling with the sniffles, the itchy eyes and everything in between, you gotta think about bringing an air purifier into the home. Not a cure, but if you're cleaning the air, scrubbing the air, washing the air as it were, it's certainly gonna be a good thing. We're gonna prove to you in this next hour how powerful it is, how effective it is, how much a life changer it is. We're gonna talk about odors and smells from cooking or pets. We're gonna get rid of those. We don't need any air fresheners or plug-ins or candles. We're gonna talk about your better health and of course, cooling your home. Now, I do have some information that I do wanna share with you, and I don't wanna alarm anyone. But we started with, I believe, 5 colors, 4 colors, nearly right. We're down to 2. The good news is, these are our most popular. However, I'm about to be down to 1. If you want this color, which is the iron, we brought in about 4,500. I have 300 left. So you're not seeing the iron again. The iron is selling out right now. So the iron is there. The white is the #1 bestseller on the day, but I have a little over 1,500 if you want the white. So the iron, I'll keep you posted. We expect to sell out in the next, I'd say 10, 15, 20 minutes. Let's dive in with our Dyson expert, our special guest. The amazing Gemma Kent is live from her clean and purified home and her cool home to yours. Gemma, it's great to see you. How are you?
It's so lovely to see you. I mean, what an introduction. I want you to introduce me wherever I go, Adam. That's fantastic.
I will do that for you, Gemma, but it's so worthy. You are absolutely, you're the #1 resource when it comes to Dyson products here on HSN. And there's a lot of information to share on the TP01, right?
Absolutely. And once you've learned this information, you cannot forget it. You mentioned in your introduction, you know, inside our homes can be up to 2 to 5 times more polluted than the air outside. I mean, wrap our heads around that. Traditionally, we thought we should open our windows, you know, get some fresh air or whatever. But inside our homes, how is that possible? Well, we seal the doors, we close the windows. Our homes have become our schools, our offices, our gyms, you know, our safe haven, especially this last year. And that means we're trapping in the cleaning products, the scented candles, the cooking oils, the pollen, the dust, the pet dander, all of that yucky stuff you don't want to think about. And where is it going to go? You know, so what this does, it really scrubs your air clean and does it in such a user-friendly way. So it's going to purify all year long, but it's going to cool you when you need it as well.
And that's the nice thing. You don't have to have 2 different machines, 2 different items at home. This does it all. I know you just saw a little, oh, that's refreshing. Oh boy, I'm being stood behind it the whole time. I need to be stood in front of it. I benefit from that fabulous cool air. You saw as well on the screen that it popped up #1 in terms of dollar sales in America today in terms of air purifiers. Nobody else can compare. Let me ask Gemma. Gemma, we're seeing this special smoke demonstration. We're gonna see it start to move, start to swirl, start to circulate, and start to certainly disappear. This really works quickly, right?
Absolutely. It's supposed to be effective and efficient. You know, we want it to clean your air when you need it to clean your air. So as soon as you switch it on, it's purifying. As you can see in real time next to Adam, there appears the TP01 in real time. Crystal clear becomes that box, because what happens is 360 degrees. We didn't just do a flat purifier. It's a 360-degree HEPA filtration system. It's pleated 333 times, and that serves a purpose because the outside captures the particles, the pollen, the bacteria, the mold spores, the dust, you know, all that yucky stuff. But then on the inside, we have that active carbon filter to capture the gases and the odors and even things you can't smell. But just to give you some perspective of what a 0.3 micron is, that thing that looks like a trunk of a tree is actually a human hair. And it gets smaller and smaller and smaller until we reach the 0.3 micron, which is smoke particles. And as Adam is holding up there, the filter, this is how it works. It draws the air in 6 gallons a second, and it sends the air right through the filter, the 2-layered filter, and out comes that purified air. Now we're combining our filtration capability with our air multiplication and our projection capability. And why is that important? Because we don't just clean the air around the unit, we project that clean air out into your room, so it circulates that purified air and reaches the corner of your room, not just the area around the unit itself.
Well, Gemma, there's a lot to show everybody. I want to show everybody, no, I'm not actually. In fact, change your plan, guys. Can we just go over here a second? Forgive me. I just heard something which is a little bit more important than what I'm about to show you. I have 250 left, so people are jumping on this, guys. If you want the iron, we are selling the iron out. I said 20 minutes, I was wrong. Clearly, it's gonna be 10 minutes. The iron will be sold out. We started the day with 4,500. I have 200 remain. As you place your order, you gotta remember, Dyson don't typically discount. This is a $400 model that we're offering at $289.99. We're gonna save you extra money with the free shipping and handling. It's over $100 off the market price. So please know the iron, we are about to call it completely reserved. The bestseller continues to be the white. The white, just so you know, both of them have the silver on the inside. So the interior is exactly the same. It's simply the exterior. So you either the darker or the lighter. To be quite frank, both work in virtually every home and every setting. This color you see in all the magazines and advertisements. Obviously, it's the classic original worldwide bestseller white. The iron is one of the newer colors that they introduced into the line. Okay, about 180 now, 180 if you wanted the iron. Okay, let's go back over this way, because we were just about to talk about some of the competition, right? Gemma, we have the likely suspects here. We've got the tall fan, the tower fan, the box fan. They all look a bit old, dirty, and dusty.
Right, and they all serve their purpose, but when you're working with Dyson, they reinvent what we've traditionally known and to come to accept as well. And why we do that is because we know there's a more efficient and more effective way to do so. No longer is it good enough just to have a cooling fan. We want to give you that purification as well, so the air you receive is purified, clean air. And how we do that, I want to show you the filter. I've got 2 filters here. You've seen this white one. That's the one that you'll receive. And on the bottom, you see a dirty filter. And I'm going to hold it even closer so you can get a good close-up here. That dirty filter was used in the unit for about a year. And what that means is that this machine did the filtration so I wasn't breathing in all of that yucky stuff. Just look at what is captured. What Dyson realized, their innovators, they have a dusting testing facility, and they realize that allergens, the things that create allergies, the pollutants, the particles, they're best served when they are removed, captured, and taken out of your home. And that's what this filter does. It captures it, it holds on to it. So even though we're telling you you can use it every single day, 12 hours a day, the entire year, and only need to change it once, the performance of the filter does not falter.
Oh, I like the filter doesn't falter. Say that 3 times quickly, Gemma. There's a tongue twister for us. This filter will not falter you, there is no doubt. You can see the power as it projects the air. Of course, it occurs to me that we're so used to this revolution in bladeless technology that it wasn't even in my opening introduction. We've become so familiar that this is the better way of doing it. There are no blades, there's no choppy air, there's no cleaning issues, there's no safety issues. It's a better looking item to have at home, it's a safer item, and it's a cleaner item. Again, the way it's projecting the air is extraordinary. So it's helping to give everybody in the room, mom and dad sat on the sofa, the chair, the couch, every angle, every aspect is covered. Everybody receives that beautiful cooling breeze, plus you've got the benefit of it being a grade A premium class air purifier. One of the things that we've talked about many, many times, certainly over the past year, geez Louise, in fact, here's a bit of an inside scoop. We've sold more air purifiers this past year than at any time in our history, for obvious reasons. When you talk about air purifiers, there are several different levels and grades. The ultimate grade is always going to be real HEPA, but most air purifiers are not real HEPA. They aspire to be HEPA, so it might be a HEPA type or a HEPA-like. You've got to look closely at the fine print on the boxes. But what Dyson and the team are delivering is the very best in-class technology to get rid of the odors, the pollutants, the mold spores, anything that's floating in the air. Now, Gemma, I talk about the bladeless technology, we talk about the effectiveness of that. Sometimes it's hard to see how powerful it is, but you and the Dyson crew have set up a wonderful demonstration, right?
Absolutely, giving visibility to the invisible, and that's air. So what we want to show you, we're going to bring the lights down in the studio and we're going to light up some fog just to show you the projection capability. Adam, you may need to take a step back because out comes that beautiful projection capability. That's showing you that you don't need to sit next to the unit in order to feel the benefit. And with the remote control, you don't need to operate the unit by sitting right next to it either. You can place this in the most convenient spot for you and know you're going to receive the benefit of the unit itself.
I mean, you look at that and you can see, I mean, it is projecting the air really a great distance. That's what's amazing. At the bottom of the screen, you're gonna see some great reviews of what folks have been saying. It has 130 reviews online, making this a really monster customer pick. So folks love it. They love it for the quality. They love it because it's quiet and effective. I mean, here's what somebody said from Utah. This fan makes a continuous stream of air that is nice and refreshing. The HEPA filter works great. Love this fan. Any more reviews? We'll do a few more. Guys, I won't be able to read them from over here, I don't think, but I'll try as I move over to our desk area because I want to show you how it looks all around the studio. Next one is from Amherst in New York. Really quiet and effective. The Dyson fan and air purifier is super quiet and really removes odors. Definitely get that side breeze effect of clean air. So, look. One of the things that we're obviously doing is really trying to make, can I move that pillow just a second? Not enough. I love it when the pillow's like that. There's not really enough space for you to sit down. Let me put it right there. It looks nice, but I know, was that you, James? Did you put that pillow there? It was James, I knew it was. That's better. All style, no substance. Over here, look, we've got the fan next to the desk. You might be working from home or schooling from home, and you know, again, when you get too hot, it's not nice. Nobody's happy. You can't focus. You can't concentrate. Does this not look $1 million? This isn't like a thing that's in the room. It's like, it's nice. I like it. I love it. I want it to be there. Let's put it on display. It should be on display. Remember, it's $400. If you go online right now and you Google it, $400. It's $399.99. We're $289.99, so really a significant discount versus the marketplace. It's the lowest price we've found. You know, we're doing 5 flex pay, so that gets it home for $58. No interest on that. Anybody can do flex pay. If you have an HSN credit card, well, fabulous, use that. If you don't have one, you can apply for one today. And if you do, you can save $40 off your first single item purchase. If you wanted to buy this, you could get this for about $249. So lots of great ways to shop with us. How many do we have left at this stage? Because I know we're oh boy, this is fun. This is the best part of this job, folks, when you've got a winning product and everybody wants it. We have less than 200 in the iron. Less than 2, blue's gone. Blue is sold out. Black is sold out. Blue's gone, black's gone, iron's about to be gone, and the white is gonna follow shortly afterwards. So if you want this beautiful iron, we're taking final orders now. I have no extended delivery or advanced orders. This is that last opportunity to be able to get it. So, Gemma, we talk about form, we talk about technology, the efficacy of the air purification, but we also talk about the versatility. I mean, we've got all of these oscillating, we've got the sleep timer, the remote control. It's fully loaded with all the features, right?
Absolutely, it's completely customizable to your home, and all the features we're describing are operated by this remote control, which is magnetized and sits atop, and even if I give it a wobble, it's staying put. Now, the reason that we give you this abundance of features and customizable options is because we want to make sure that it's supporting you in your unique home. So we give you 10 individual airflow speed settings. What that means is no longer do you have to deal with low, medium, and high. No, you can be so precise, 1 through 10. If you want quieter, do 4 and lower. If you want a little bit more oomph with the projection capability, you do 5 and higher. Did you notice I didn't say louder? Because this is acoustically designed to be 60% quieter than the model that came before it. It's really important to know that when you're investing in Dyson, it's not just the model that you're investing in, it's the technology. You're supported by this team of engineers and innovators, 35 engineers. Now, if you've ever met an engineer, my father-in-law is one, they think very uniquely.
Smart people.
It's very different. Yeah, very. And so you imagine when 35 created this, they weren't happy until they created over 400 prototypes. And what that means is that this is advanced. It's going to purify your air in a way that you haven't witnessed before, because we've gotten rid of the blades. We've gotten rid of the flat side, purification. It's 360 degrees, blade free. And you've got that projection capability that you witness in a turbocharger or a jet engine. So you're going to scrub that air clean all the way to the corners of the room.
It's a story of two halves, right? I mean, you've got the air purification technology, you've got the cooling technology. As summer rolls around, we need a fan to keep us nice and refreshed, fabulous, but all year long, you'll use this because of the air purification that it's offering, world-class, patented technology that nobody else has. It works in a different way, in a better way, that's pulling in more of the bad stuff, that's floating around in the air that we can't even see. If we head over to our fabulous smoke demonstration, you'll notice it come to work, right? Smoke is a very fine particulate, and we'll fill up this cube in a few seconds, so you really get an idea of how quickly it's able to eliminate all of the smoke. So if you think about your home, your house, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's odors and smells from cooking and pets. If you think about your home, maybe it's the allergens, it's somebody that struggles with the itchy eyes or the sniffles, because allergies seem to be so bad right now. The stuff floating in the air that's not great for us, this is a way to help get it out of the air. When you have an air purifier in the bedroom, I've always said this for years, I feel like, I sleep better. I feel that I wake up more refreshed. And it's funny, as the smoke is coming in here, it's immediately being eaten up by the air purifier. So it hasn't even got a chance, because it's working so quickly and effectively that it's just grabbing all of the smoke. So we'll turn it off. Now we're going to allow the smoke to kind of fill in, all right? So notice the size of this as well. You're looking at 40 inches in height by about 7.7 inches in diameter. So as we've kind of filled it a little bit more, saturated it with the smoke, as we look to turn it on, you'll see it starts to move, and you can see now this kind of whoosh of the smoke starting to move. It's been captured down there, right there where you are. It's being captured in, and it's been pulled all the way through, and then pumping out again that clean and pure air. A noticeable difference, that's for sure. 5 FlexPay, free shipping, and we're busy. I have less than 100 left. If you want the iron, less than 100 left. We started with 4,000. I have less than 100 now remaining. I wish we had more. Sadly, we just don't. It's obviously an early sellout today, but the pricing has struck a chord with everybody. We know Dyson commands top dollar because they're regarded as the very finest. We're proud to offer this at $110 off, plus another $15 shipping free for you. Here's the other items that typically we would buy. We'd buy a regular fan that's okay, but it's delivering airflow at the top here, but not all the way down. This gets dirty and dusty and messy and grimy. It's very hard to clean it. You look down here at this regular box fan. These are not expensive. These are very inexpensive, but they're not the nicest looking things. They get dirty and they're noisy. They're very noisy. Those blades chop the air to a great, great extent. We talk about air purifiers. Typical air purifiers don't work at the level that your Dyson is going to do, and they're obviously not as attractive as the Dyson. And the tower fans look okay, they certainly do, but they're always not so great in terms of performance. The thing is, Gemma, you've got to factor in how much you would spend for an air purifier and for a fan, right? And when you add the two together, you realize you really do have a two-in-one with this.
Absolutely, and there's no compromise to the functionality either. So Dyson believes that if we're going to give you that multifunctionality, this is, dual features, two of our most beloved. You've got that cooling fan and you've got the purification with no compromise to either feature. So it's as though they're two separate, and then it's like they had a baby, and the TP01 is the baby of both of those features. You're going to have the purification all year long, and then you're going to have the cooling fan mode when you need it most. And again, combined with the features that we're providing with the sleep settings, the airflow settings, the oscillation, everything is there to customize it to your home. You mentioned cleaning those fans. I remember getting a Q-tip or trying to get a cloth, and you get your fingers trapped. Well, all you have to do to clean this one is wipe it out, just a dry cloth, and you just wipe the loop out. That's how simple it is. Even the filter, when it's time to change your filter, again, if you use it for 12 hours a day, every single day, you're only going to supposedly need to change it once. I'll let you into a secret. I've had mine in there for over a year. I mustn't have used it at 12 hours every single day. But the unit will tell you when it's time, so you don't even have to remember that either.
Now, Gemma, is that the technical word for the inside, the loop?
No, it is not.
No, I like that. It sounded right, Gemma.
It's the tower, and we call the aperture, right? Here's where we get really technical. So that little gap, I'd say gap.
Yeah.
It's called an aperture. I suppose this is the loop, yes.
Yeah.
And the aperture is the gap. Yes, sorry. Yep, you're right. Loop combined with the aperture. Now, the aperture is just a fancy word for where the air comes out. And that's our projection capability, and it's done in such a way down to the millimeter to encourage the air multiplication, which is our patented technology. If you've never worked with Dyson before, sorry, Adam.
No, I love the way you break it down for us. That's why you are the absolute best, Gemma. You are, because let's be honest, for as wonderful as it looks, there's a lot of high-tech stuff going on behind the scenes, right? It boggles the mind.
Absolutely. They have a university, they have a dust testing facility. I mean, they really are passionate. For the purification, they sent people out and around London to monitor the city pure, how clean the air is. They're so passionate. But when we're faced with statistics, that means that our homes can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than the air outside. We must do something to combat that. And James Dyson believes as pollution increases, there must be technology to help combat it. And so that's what we're doing.
But bring one of these into your home. You'll never regret having it. And if you're ever going to buy it, let's buy it at a discount. I can buy this in every fine retailer in America today, but I'm a bargain hunter, like I know many of you are. I'm looking for a discount. I don't want to have to search and shop for all these promo codes. I want the rock bottom price. This is the lowest price that we've found. It is our best value of the year. We will present the TP01, this model, again in the coming months, because of course, as we head into into the summertime weather, more and more of us want a fan, more and more of us think about air purifiers. It won't be this price. Now look, when it's $399, $400, it's still worth every penny. But if you can get it for $289, I'd rather you save that $110 and put it back in your pocket or purse, because it's money that can go elsewhere. Here's what we know. You'll have this for many years. Here's what we also know. It will help to make your home healthier. It will make you feel a lot more confident about the air that you're breathing, and it will keep you cool. Remember, you can't overstress this. It's a cooling fan and a top-of-the-line, real, true HEPA air purifier. 2-in-1 at a price that delivers extraordinary value. The #1 air purifier in dollar sales in America today is Dyson. More people trust Dyson than any other brand, and that's why people every day are happy to spend $400. You don't have to if you order it right now. This color here, I have 3 dozen left. So for the entire country, there are 3 dozen left. I've sold out of blue, I've sold out of black. I am seconds away from selling out this, I was gonna say silver, the iron. It's silver on the inside, iron color, like a slate color on the outside. The best seller continues to be the white. which is worldwide the best seller. I have more of those available though, so I'm not worried about that just yet. But last call if you want the iron. Gemma, when I get this delivered to my home in just a few days, obviously beautifully presented, I take it out of the box. What do I need to know about setup?
It's very simple. Again, with the engineers, they do all the complicated stuff, so we make it user-friendly. You take it out of the box, you pop the filter on, you clip the top, the loop, as we now know. The loop clicks right on top, so it's two things that you need to do. Take it out of the box, attach the loop. Third thing, let me clarify, plug it in. That's it. It's so simple to use, and immediately you know that it's purifying the air. If we're going to clean the surfaces, our floor surfaces, or the tabletop surfaces, we're going to have to get cleaning products out, we're going to have to get a cloth out, we're going to have to do all of that. But there's nothing we do more than breathing. We take about 20,000 breaths a day, and all you have to do in order to clean that air that goes into your lungs is plug this in and select your favorite airflow setting. I mean, there's nothing simpler.
It's just easy. They make it easy for us, and you'll be delighted with it. You really will. I wanted you just to say, we know the iron's about to sell out, so I don't want to focus too much there, but I do want you to be able to make the decision that's right for you, because at the moment, I can give you the choice. In a second, that luxury will be taken away from me. But this is the iron. Again, there's a couple dozen left in the iron. So it's this darker color on the exterior, and it has this lighter color on the interior, and down here where the HEPA air purification is. Then over here, magazines, TV shows, commercials, this is what you've seen. This is what is so familiar to us. This is the white, but it also has the same coloring down here and on the inside. So the only difference is these other parts that are around the surround, white or the iron. We know that this is built better. We know that the remote control that's included is magnificent. Would you take us through the remote? I'll hold it up for everybody, Gemma, but there's only a couple buttons. They made it as easy as possible.
Absolutely. You'll see there's 4 buttons there, and they do all of the features. Switch it on and off. You have the oscillation right there next to it, which is a fancy way of saying turn it side to side. Then you have a small circle and a large circle, which represents the airflow speed settings from 1 all the way through to 10. And then you have the sleep settings. So you can actually set it to go off from 15 minutes all the way to up to 9 hours. What that means is not only can it cool you whilst you're sleeping, but it can also purify and work very hard whilst you're snoozing. I mean, talk about feeling accomplished, even when you're taking a nap or going to bed for the evening. This is going to be purifying your air. Or you could have it the entire night, all the way up to 9 hours if you like. But the thing is with Dyson, it is completely user-friendly. Do not let me talking about this technology and aperture and all those fancy words intimidate you, because if you've never experienced Dyson, the thing they're known for is their functionality and their ease of use.
It's whisper, whisper quiet, yet it has the power to push the air all around the room. I want to show you something. It's the best way that we can demonstrate it. We've got a fog machine set up behind one of the Dysons, okay? In a minute, we'll drop the lights down, and you'll see us push the fog through the Dyson, and it's going to project that fog all the way to the other side of the studio. Now, this is a massive studio. This is 10 times the size of a normal room, right? But what you'll see is if it's this effective here, imagine how effective it's going to be in your home. So let's drop the lights. You're going to see the fog, and you imagine on a red hot day when you want some cool, refreshing breeze, what this is going to be able to do for you. More powerful than a regular fan. You look at the volume of air that it's throwing forward, projecting forward, and it's amazing. No buffeting, no choppy blades, no hassles or extra noise. It really is a magical, magical product, which is why it's gone on to be a worldwide smash success. Thank you, guys. Great demonstration. It really does show everyone why this is so popular. It's why it's worth $400. Okay? It's why most people who are buying the TP01 spend $400. Think in your mind where you're going to put it. Is it going to be in the living room? Is it going to be in the bedroom? It's about 8 pounds, so one of the nice things about it is you can move it around, so you might have it in the living room in the day and then take it to the bedroom at night. But again, it's a fan, cooling fan, and an air purifier. I get so torn, Gemma, in these presentations, because when we sell air purifiers, we spend the whole time just talking about that. Here, I'm kind of going in this direction and that direction, because I want you to see the benefits of both. But you there's no downside to having an air purifier. And Gemma, this past year has shown us you never know what's in the air that you're breathing, right?
I know, and I don't know if you, Adam, or you at home or anything like me, but I didn't know anything about this purification until I started working hand in hand with Dyson, because they taught me all of this knowledge and provided me this insight. And has it been more prevalent than this past year? I mean, here you see a graphic of a home, you know, the interior. No idea how much stuff gives off pollution that would be better if we didn't breathe it in. We've got cooking oils, we've got mold spores, we've got formaldehyde from, you know, furniture, we've got VOCs, we have household odors, household gases. I mean, the list feels endless. I'm a DIYer. I love to paint rooms and, you know, create things. Even in my living room now, I've painted, I've crown molding, all of this stuff. It's such peace of mind to know that as I'm tackling the fun stuff, this takes care of that dirty stuff, you know, so my lungs don't have to breathe that in. It's 360 degrees of a glass HEPA filtration system. It draws in at the base. The air has to pass through that filter in order to be sent up through to the loop and sent out in such a fashion that you feel this powerful, uninterrupted stream of airflow. There is no buffeting. There is no turbulence. That's a waste of energy. It's important for you to feel and receive that purified air without any of that interruption. Now, when we talk about capturing 99.97% of 0.3 microns, again, that's so technological and so mathematically heavy. And what it means is we have the capability of capturing particles even that you don't see, you know, like smoke particles or odors that, you know, odors or gases that you don't even smell, but also the particles that we don't want to be breathing in, the things that causes allergies. And why this is so special, the next thing I'm about to say, is because we cannot purchase this, we cannot create it, we cannot invent it, and that is the seal of approval from the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America. Their stamp, in order for me to be able to say this to you at home, it has to go through legal, it has to have a certification. This is something we're incredibly proud of because we cannot certify ourselves, but it gives that peace of mind to know that what we're describing is absolutely true.
It's something to be so proud of, and it gives us a sense of the level and the standards and the qualities that Dyson hold themselves to. They really do excel at all that they want. The white continues to be the best seller by far. I'm going to tell you something, folks, and then I will move away. I have 11 left. 11 in this color. So obviously the next time I mention it, it will be gone. If you're on the phone and you do want the iron, quickly confirm that order. I can't even offer you extended delivery. There just isn't any. We took every last one. And let me just explain why that happens. Maybe that's something that I should have done earlier. When Dyson and HSN work together to do a today's special, it's a big deal. Obviously, we're selling thousands of these today. However, we're selling them at a significant discount, right? Now, Dyson as a company doesn't really need to discount. They are #1 in terms of dollar sales in the United States of America. So because HSN and Dyson have had a relationship that dates back nearly 2 decades, they do things for us and QVC that they don't typically do for other retailers. So when they're planning a today's special, which they planned for today, you know, April the 3rd, they say, okay, we'll buy 9,000 from you. We'll make 9,000 available. Okay, we'll make it available at a price that is significantly lower than what you would find at other retailers. So HSN and HSN and Dyson come to an agreement, and they say, well, we'll do it at $289.99. That's $110 off. Add in the free shipping, that's another $15 saving. We'll do the HSN Flex Pay, because that's where we really excel. 5 payments of $58, no interest or fees or finance charges on that. And we'll make it special. That's what this is. This is special. And from the moment it launched at midnight, everybody saw it and said, I'm in, I'll take it, I want it. I can go online and buy this anywhere. I can go to the mall and buy this everywhere. But you can't get it at this price. You can't get it with this flex pay. You can't get it with these added bonuses. This has now sold out. So thank you for all of your orders on the iron. It is now fully reserved. Black is sold out. Iron is sold out. Blue is sold out. Next, I'm going to sell out of the white. So we're taking now final orders on the white. It is our final few hundred if you want the iconic, the original, the signature. That's the way it's really referred to as the signature color. So enough about the great deal. I know you can see that. I know you can clearly see that, which is why it's selling so rapidly. I want to tell you what people are saying. because it is Customer Appreciation Month and we love you. This is what Tushishi, hello Tushishi in Florida. Tushishi says, love it, great purchase. Air is fresh and it helps cool the room. I have 3 large dogs and I really love that it smells clean when I come home. Because you know, you got pets at home, they can smell up the place, right? This is gonna help get those odors out of the air. I have 2 dogs, trust me, I know. This is from Love My HSN 19 and we love you. Love My HSN 19 says, amazing. Love this fan. Love the sleek design. It is so quiet. I'm so used to a box fan that sounds like a motor running. And Gemma, right, that's the thing. It's more than just function, it's form, it's the way it looks, and it's the way it performs. We've got this set up again, Gemma, for the smoke. Could you tell everybody what we're about to see?
Absolutely. So we're using fog. Again, we're giving visibility to the invisible. The fog represents the pollen, the dust, the pet dander, the mold spores, the formaldehyde, the bacteria, all of this yucky stuff Adam and I keep talking about. And we're watching it in real time be drawn into the base, cleaned and projected out into purification. We're doing that to really show you what we can't necessarily always see. But what happens when you use a Dyson Pure Cool, a Dyson Purifier, you become so sensitive to noticing when things smell fresh and refreshing because your home is being cleaned. I mean, it is like no other. I don't add pollutants to my air. You know, I don't add air fresheners anymore. I have my purifier on to give me that pure, clean air. And that's because it's supported by the HEPA filtration, the 360-degree glass HEPA filter, combined with our filtration system unit, and then our projection capability. It's not good enough for us to just clean around the unit. That's not acceptable. We want to make sure that we're reaching the corners of your room, because this is engineered for large spaces, and reaching the corner of the room to circulate that clean air. You know, if you're cleaning the kitchen, you don't just clean one part of the countertop, do you? That's what would happen if you just did around the unit. No, you want to tackle the entire space that you're using. And again, with it only weighing less than 9 pounds, you can take it to the room you're using and clean the air in that space too. But it's easy to ignore when you can't see it, and it's that story that we talk about, because when something's invisible, you just it's not there, there's nothing there, but it is there. You can't see it, right? But it's all around me. I'm breathing it in right now. Now, luckily, we've got about 15 air purifiers in here, so the air I'm breathing now is as clean and pure as it gets. But the air typically in our homes is not clean, it's filthy. In fact, the EPA says that the air inside our homes is up to 5 times more polluted than the air outside. So the air that we're breathing inside our own space is up to 5 times more polluted than when we step outside of the front door. That's crazy to think about, but it's true. So we've got to clean and purify the air so that we look to sleep better. We look to feel better. We know we're getting rid of the odors and the smells, so you can stop spending all the money on air fresheners and plugins and candles and oils. You won't need that to mask any smells anymore, because this will simply eliminate the smells. For those of us that really struggle daily with allergens, this is a wonderful secret find that I think you'll find is priceless with all the allergy issues that a lot of us struggle with. Although this is not a cure, I think we can all agree that if you're helping to clean the air, it's got to be a good thing. But even if you don't buy this today, please remember the words that Gemma is speaking, and myself. Always, always look for real HEPA, because too many air purifiers that are being sold today are not real HEPA. They aspire to be real HEPA, but they bamboozle us by saying HEPA-like, HEPA type, HEPA style. Gemma, there is a big difference between aspiring to be a HEPA purifier and being a real HEPA purifier, right? Absolutely, and that again is why that seal of approval from the Asthma and Allergy Foundation is so, so important to us, because we cannot purchase it, we cannot stamp ourselves with that. That has to be gifted for us. And again, I want to give you another visual, because seeing really is believing. You know, we can't really see air, but I wanted to show you the difference between these 2 filters. Look at that white one, beautiful pure white, brand new. Then this dark gray, almost black one is one that was used, a filter that was used for an entire year. And I'm going to hold it even closer to give you that gross factor, because you can see the pollutants and the particulates staying right on there. I'm wearing a white top, okay? Now, why I mention that is because it's pleated 333 times. And what they've discovered at Dyson is the best way to tackle, the pollution in our home is removing the pollution. So this captures and holds on to that pollution. It keeps it in there so that you can safely get rid of it. And now the HEPA filtration is a double whammy. You've got the particles on the outside, the gases and the odors on the inside. So it's really going to hold on to that. And the filter will not falter because it's tested so significantly. I mean, Adam, when they were testing this filter, they actually used the cigarette smoke of 228 cigarettes, and there was no compromise to the performance of the filter.
Good, because I won't stand for faltering filters. You know that, Gemma.
You're doing good.
Thank you, my love. The time always flies by when I'm with Gemma. We're talking about Dyson. We have about 15 minutes left, everyone. I hope you place your order tonight. We can put away or donate our old box fans, tower fans, maybe HEPA-like air purifiers. We don't need these anymore. These are a pain. They're noisy. They're bad, hard to clean. They're just not as effective. You come over here, and in fact, I'll head over to the bedroom real fast so you can kind of see the way this looks. This design is so beautiful that whether it's in the living room or the bedroom, in any space, it's going to look the part. Especially, I mean, look how good the white looks. I mean, this is perfectly styled over here, you can see. But again, it'd go in any room, right? The white with the silver, this was their original color. It was their signature color. So this was designed to go with absolutely everything. We have, I believe, like a heat index that shows you some of the temperatures from the past week. It's getting hotter. I mean, we're now into April. We're April already. We're moving our way through the year. So things are going to get a little bit more unbearable with regards heat, and you start to clamor for a fan, get some cooling air. Why not get the best fan? All right, I mean, I don't often use that word, but I think I should use it tonight. Why not get the best fan? Why not get a Dyson fan, an air multiplier fan that has no blades, no choppy noises, no issues cleaning, and that's able to project the air, that oscillates in a way that is seamless, moving it in this smart, intelligent manner that really delivers that comfort factor. You're more comfortable when you've got airflow, that fresh breeze blowing on everybody in the living room or in the bedroom. This is your fan, but at the same time as it's doing that, it's purifying the air. It's drawing in, dragging in all the filthy air, all the dirty air, and it's purifying it. We're more conscious today than we were 18 months ago about what we're breathing in. When we head outside, we're still focused on making sure we're filtering the air that's going through our nostrils. But you also need to make sure that the air inside your home is as clean as it can possibly be as well. Nobody can argue that. It's better to have clean and pure air than it is not to have it. If you are on hold, please be patient with us. We have an extraordinarily talented team of men and women who are working from home around this great country, taking calls all day long. I spoke to a lovely lady the other day. Her name is Shonda. If you're watching, Shonda, hello, you're the best. Shonda's been with HSN 33 years. She is the real face of the company, and she looks to take care of all of your questions, help you with the order, just like all of the wonderful ladies and gentlemen who are helping folks place their orders right now. Because we have a surge of people ordering, because we are selling out, it means that more people are jumping into the process. I've sold out of black, and I've sold out of blue, and I've sold out of iron, and we're about to sell out of the signature white. So if you would like to order our today's special, I would encourage you to start really thinking about doing it. You can go online at hsn.com. You can download the HSN mobile app, or you, of course, can call us on the toll-free number at the bottom of the screen. You never know, you might get Shonda, and if you do, say Adam sent you. This is clearly a fabulous opportunity. Ultimately, the pricing is, I suppose, what draws us in a little bit, because it's so much lower than what you would find in the market. Normally $400, we're at $289.99, and a FlexPay of $58 brings it home. Even things like the warranty, Gemma. I mean, this isn't a 30 or 60-day warranty. How long is the warranty?
2 whole years.
Fabulous.
And that's created by a gentleman, James Dyson, who got so fed up with products that didn't work as they were described. That's how he started in this whole business, with vacuum cleaners. We're so brilliant at tackling our surfaces. Now we're focusing on the air that we're breathing. And so we believe that if we're going to describe to you how this can really clean your air, and it is a cooling fan, we want to make sure it's working exactly as we're describing.
Gemma, they're just telling me over, yeah, I'm gonna move over here, folks, just for a second, just so everybody can see, because Gemma, this is what you were showing everybody, and I have a close-up version of it now, right? So Gemma, this is the used filter versus the clean filter, right?
That's my actual filter, so you're welcome there, Adam. That's from my home.
God bless you.
So that filter was used for a year, and that's the difference. You know, can you imagine when I took that out, when I got my notification, it's time to change the filter, that, wow, okay, that gave me such peace of mind to know that those pollutants were captured in the machine itself rather than me having to filter it with my own lungs.
That's a real eye-opener to see. That's what's in the air. Everybody always talks about the glass of water, but it's true. If you're at a restaurant and they give you a glass of water that was dirty, you would not drink it. You'd say, how dare you bring this to me? And you'd want a new one. But the thing is, the air is like a dirty glass of water. But because we can't see it, we're just happily breathing it in. You don't want to do that. You want the dirty air to be trapped inside a world-class patented filter like this from Dyson to make sure that you've got the cleanest air possible. All right, so we're in the living room area now, and we've got, again, our signature white, and it looks just fantastic. No pun intended there with the fantastic. This is clearly a brilliant example of how the oscillation makes a huge impact. So many of the fans that you buy, certainly the box fans, obviously, Gemma, they don't move at all.
Right, absolutely. And what that allows us to do is distribute the air throughout your home. Again, it's purified air, so you're really distributing that clean air throughout the large space. Whether you have a small space or a large space, you know this is going to be able to tackle it because it's engineered for larger spaces. Now, we use these pinwheels, Adam, and I always call this out because the pinwheel, this tiny little thing without any electricity, is louder than the unit itself, because it's engineered to be comfortable and convenient and efficient without any of that loud sound that you've come to know from traditional fans.
And you can see, I mean, it's moving. It's really going for it right there, but that's because we've got it on the high mode. You'll notice that the remote control sits nicely and neatly on the top. I'm always one to lose remotes, so I appreciate that. It has a little house that it lives in, and it just sits there nicely. So, you know, when you don't use it, you put it down. When you do need it, you grab it, and you can just alter it, change it from the sofa or from being in bed. It's brilliant. Okay. How much time do we have? 10 minutes, everyone. It's the 10-minute countdown. Coming up, we have a smart blood pressure monitor. We've got an Apple MacBook Air, the latest generation at an amazing price. This hour, obviously coming to a close with the phenomenal Dyson TP01. This is the Dyson Pure Cool, so it's a fan and it's an air purifier. We've talked a lot about air purification technology, and obviously if it's the one piece of information you take with you, it's a good one. Remember, always insist on real HEPA. Don't you let them fob you off with something that's not real HEPA, because that's not as good. And if you're gonna buy an air purifier, let's really go for the best that we can afford. Then we talk about the fan helping to keep us cool, the sleep timer, which we love. We obviously love the oscillation mode that we just shared with you just now. The colors are wonderful. I have sold out of all of them, apart from the signature white. So with at this moment in time, hundreds of folks ordering, it's hard for me to gauge even how many are left. Because as I'm speaking to you, another 3, 4, 5, 10 are being sold every second. I know we're getting extremely limited, and I know that it's, you know, obviously closing out. There's one scheduled show left. That's if there's any quantity left at this stage. I encourage you to go online to hsn.com and read some of the customer reviews. I mean, I took note, Gemma, there's 130 reviews making this a glowing 5-star rated customer pick. I mean, that's something that I know Dyson is very passionate about, right? Making sure that the customers are happy with their products.
Absolutely, whether it's the warranty or our award-winning customer service, you know, no question is too small. We always love to chat to our customers. You're beloved and we listen. You want user-friendly and efficient, so that's what you get.
And you can see there's some wonderful ones here. The Dyson Fan and Air Purifier is super quiet and really removes odors. Definitely get that outside breeze effect of clean air. So we know we're getting that. I want to show you as well the air purification technology one last time. We've filled up this cube with smoke. Smoke, a very fine particulate, right, Gemma? I mean, this is a good test to see how the Dyson works.
Absolutely. The fog gives that visibility to the invisible, the pollutants, the particles, the mold spores, the formaldehyde, the most pigments and most base powders. Like, the list feels endless. You know, I think there's spores in there, and I think there's dust mite feces. I mean, gross. What this is showing you is how it absorbs in at the base at 6 gallons a second and really projects out that clean air almost instantaneously. That's so important because you know it's doing the job.
And you can see our little side-by-side here of all the different things. 99.97% of allergens, pollutants, mold spores, dust, dander, all the stuff that you don't want to even think about is what it's pulling in. So now let's see that power one last time. I always enjoy these presentations because we got some high-tech demos to share with you. But Dyson is science-led. Dyson is really about reinventing the wheel, doing things in a better way, right? From their personal care products to their heaters, to their fans, to their purifiers. They did just give me word, we're at 8,000 now sold. Folks, we are quickly climbing to sell out. It launched at midnight. You know, now's the time to act if you've not done it. You can Google. If you want to Google it, please do it. It's the TP01. Look at the pricing elsewhere, and you'll see why we sold so many so quickly and why it is selling out early today. We're $110 off the regular price. So we've got a smoke machine set up, a fog machine rather, behind a TP01. We're going to show you how it pushes the air, projects the air, really, Gemma, a very rapid pace, correct?
Absolutely. This is showing you that you don't need to sit next to the unit in order to feel the benefit. And with the remote control, you don't need to sit next to the unit in order to use the unit. This is showing you that turbocharger, the jet engine capabilities, just without any of that noisy sound.
Look at that. I mean, it really is. It never gets old seeing it work. Again, this is a massive space, and it's still able to fill the entire room. So this summertime, you're not going to be disgruntled because you're too hot, too hot to handle. Now you've got that cool, refreshing air blowing over you and making you feel so, so good. And again, why wait till the summer really strikes? Why wait till it's really hot to suddenly run out and grab a fan? That's when you pay top dollar. I mean, that's the other thing I should have said. Look, Gemma's going to be back on 100 times presenting this item. All summer long, Gemma's going to be here, but you'll not got this price. It'll still be a good price, but I'd rather you got the best price. For the year 2021, this is the best price. You will not get it cheaper on HSN. These are the numbers from last week or so. Gemma, those numbers are increasing. I mean, we're still in early spring and it's getting toasty outside.
It's ridiculous. It's heating up. So, I mean, you mentioned it earlier. It's already April. It's going to be August before we blink. And we know that we want to be prepared. If we've learned anything after this last year, it's best to be prepared. The question that I got asked a lot this last year was, oh, what about purifiers? Are you doing purifiers? Because it's so in demand, especially with Dyson. And how we work is we set the bar. You know, we surpassed the standard testing for purification because it wasn't good enough for us. We wanted to make the space larger. We wanted to really just focus on our purification model doing the cleaning. So that's what we did. We're so passionate about tackling pollutants, whether it's on our floor surfaces or the air that we breathe. Now you're supported with the Dyson technology in a super user-friendly way.
And remember that asthma and allergy certification. That's not something you can acquire or buy or purchase. It really is a standard and a level of testing that you have to achieve, and that is an accomplishment from the Dyson company. It really gives you some idea of how high those standards are, and that's why, Gemma, we are always quick to promote that, to show the graphics for that. It's a big accolade.
Absolutely, and we're so passionate about it because we were gifted that. And the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America, to give us the seal of approval, I mean, that's brilliant. That's really proving that we capture the 99.97% of 0.3 microns. We're not messing around here. It's not, like you said, HEPA-like. This is absolutely the HEPA filtration system, and it's combined with our Dyson technology. So we take our 360-degree glass HEPA filter, pleated 333 times, to capture and hold on to those pollutants, to not release them. And then on the inside, you've got that active carbon layer to capture the gases and the odors, you know, even things that you don't see or smell, to make sure that we're removing those allergens the best way that we can and really sending that clean air throughout your space to make sure we're circulating that purified air. we do focus a lot on purification, but it is a cooling fan. It's going to purify all year long, and it's going to cool you when you need it.
And it looks so good. You're going to be so excited to have this at home because it does look so good. I've shown you in the bedroom. Let's go over here to the living room area again so you can see, because the signature white is just a great selection. You'll be happy to have this on display, right? To have this seen, because it looks so nice. Again, it sits there, it sits nice and tall. It's not some teeny tiny dinky thing that's not really gonna do a lot. It's nice and tall and powerful, but you'll have this out all year long. Bedroom, living room, any space in the house. We're at home more, working from home, schooling from home, doing everything, entertaining from home, everything we're doing from home. Let's make sure that the air that we're breathing is as good as it can possibly be, and let's make sure we're as comfortable as we can possibly be. This is $400 if you buy it elsewhere. If you're able to shop with me right now, you save a massive amount. And I don't mean $10 or $20, I mean $110 with the free shipping, with the flex pay, with the 30-day return policy. If you've always been curious about owning a Dyson product like this, this is the chance to be able to do it with no commitment. No commitment issues. I got no commitment issues with this. If I don't love it, I can return it for a refund of the purchase price. But you should try it. Don't think tomorrow, I'm gonna call. I'll try and sweet talk them into giving me it for the special, but they won't do it. They say, no, I would if it was up to me, but they won't do it. I'm just a softie though. The hard rules are that the deal is good for one day only. It's a today's special. With hundreds of folks ordering, be patient with us. I wanna make sure yours is reserved. You know, those that got the blue, sold out, black, sold out, iron, sold out. I am down to the final few of our signature white. Of all the colors I just mentioned, the best-selling color is this one. So please know, more people bought this color than any of the others. You are in very good company. Gemma, wrap it up for me. An amazing buy, yes, an amazing value for sure, but an amazing product guaranteed.
Absolutely. It's that touch of luxury at such a special pricing with HSN. Our partnership is so valued between Dyson and HSN. And what we love about it is that it's that dual functionality, the cooling fan with the purification with no compromise, even though you have that dual functionality. And again, our filtration system with the HEPA filter means that we are capturing and we are cleaning your air, so you don't have to, breathe in that yucky stuff that we've described. And that stamp of approval from the asthma and allergy certification is we're just so proud of it, because that's really telling us we are doing exactly what we set out to do.
Well, Gemma, you have achieved a lot in this hour, and we're so grateful for you, our Dyson expert. I've learned that the loop, loop-de-loop, and also no more faltering filters. This is absolutely the best of the best. Thank you, Gemma. Stay safe. Love to the family.
Thank you. Yours too. It's such a lovely family. Take care.
Thank you, Gemma. Our Dyson expert, a lovely, lovely lady, and really just a great hour to show off, brag about the benefits of owning a Dyson.